Are you
In a
sure
world
about
that
this?
defines love by age,
It
money,
has
and
to be this
superficial
way.
standards, could a bond between a
It's the only chance
24-year-old
we
man and a
have.
58-year-old woman survive the harshest tests of time, culture, and expectation? Prepare to challenge everything you thought you knew about love and to be loved after the mirror turns away. Subscribe to discover a story that will stir your soul and shatter the rules of romance. Let the boundaries of age and time crumble beneath the weight of true love. Ethan Walker, 24, a young, ambitious artist trying to find his way in a world that values quick success. He is not afraid to challenge conventional norms and is deeply introspective about his own place in the world. He comes from a modest background, struggling to make ends meet. Margaret, Maggie Thorne, 58, a successful entrepreneur, once married with children, but now facing the quieter, more contemplative phase of her life. She's confident and independent but often feels trapped by society's gaze. Maggie is looking for someone who sees her, not as a symbol of her age but as an individual with her own complexities and needs. Ethan attends a gallery opening where Maggie, an art collector, is present. She's intrigued by his work, which is raw, emotional, and unfiltered. Despite their obvious age gap, they share a moment of intense connection during a discussion about the meaning of his art. Maggie sees in Ethan a reminder of her younger self, full of passion and unrestrained potential, while Ethan is drawn to her wisdom and strength. They talk about their lives, the contrast of their experiences, and Maggie's view on love. She challenges him, saying that love can't always be about passion, it's about understanding, sacrifice, and sometimes, letting go of what you thought love should look like. Their first meeting leaves Ethan shaken, his thoughts consumed by her. But they part ways, thinking it was just a fleeting moment. What neither of them realizes is that this encounter will change their lives in ways they never anticipated. Over time, their paths cross again, at another art exhibit, in a cafe, and finally, through a personal invitation to Maggie's home. Ethan is both drawn to and intimidated by her presence. Maggie, though older, is not one to be dismissed. She sees through his facade and encourages him to take risks in both his art and his life. They share late-night conversations about everything: love, fear, regret, and hope. Ethan starts to feel a strange pull toward Maggie, something more than admiration. Maggie, too, begins to feel an unexpected closeness with Ethan. She sees a side of herself that she had long buried, the wild, untamed passion she once had when she was younger. Their relationship becomes more complex, emotional, and intimate. They face the reality of their age difference, but they both find a comfort in each other that neither has felt before. However, Maggie's ex-husband reappears in her life, threatening to pull her back into her past. He disapproves of her connection with Ethan, citing the age gap as an obstacle. Maggie's children, especially her daughter, who is only a few years younger than Ethan, also voice their concerns. Ethan, on the other hand, feels the weight of judgment from society, friends, strangers, and even his own family who don't understand his attraction to a woman so much older than him. The pressure builds, but Maggie refuses to be swayed. She tells Ethan that love doesn't come with a timeline, and that their connection is deeper than what the world expects. Ethan is offered a prestigious art deal that would require him to move across the country. It's a dream come true, but it would also mean leaving Maggie behind. He faces a difficult decision: does he follow his ambition, or does he risk it all for the woman he has come to love? Maggie, knowing how much this opportunity means to him, encourages him to go, but Ethan is torn. He doesn't want to lose her, yet he also doesn't want to stifle his own growth. As they navigate their love in the face of external pressures, they realize that they must confront their own insecurities. Maggie struggles with the idea of being seen as someone who is too old for a relationship like this. Ethan battles the shame of being judged as someone who is too young to be in love with someone like her. Their relationship begins to fray at the edges as they struggle with these societal expectations. In a heartbreaking moment, they decide to part ways, believing that their love cannot survive the weight of the world's judgments. After months of silence, Ethan returns to the city, unsure of where his life is heading. He has achieved his success in the art world but feels empty inside. He realizes that his career, while fulfilling, hasn't given him the true happiness he found in Maggie. He reaches out to her, and to his surprise, she responds. Maggie has been going through her own transformation. Without Ethan, she has learned to love herself in ways she had neglected for years. She still feels the same connection with him, but she is not the same woman who once thought she needed validation from the world. In a climactic reunion, they both admit that their love for each other is stronger than anything society could throw their way. They decide that love is not about fitting into a mold but about embracing the unorthodox and making it their own. Ethan and Maggie begin a new chapter in their lives, living not in the shadows of societal expectations but in the fullness of their love. They learn to balance their ambitions with their connection, finding strength in their relationship and personal growth. Ethan becomes known for his art that explores unconventional relationships, and Maggie continues to thrive in her business while supporting his career. Together, they prove that love isn't about timing, it's about truth. The story concludes with a powerful message: love doesn't follow the rules. It's messy, complicated, and sometimes, it defies logic. But it's always real. Ethan and Maggie find peace in their own love story, knowing that they have transcended the boundaries the world tried to place on them. Would you like to continue fleshing out specific parts of the story or expand on certain themes? I can also help you with dialogue, character arcs, and more. Let me know how you'd like to proceed.